Hey guys, so I wanted to show you my vintage stamp collection and also how I journal it. So I've been trying to add more about my hobbies and interests into my journal, so this is how the stamp collection page is going to be, and it just has a space here so I can write about how I got into stamp collecting and then some stamps on the side. Alright, so this is my stamp collection, and in college I decided that I wanted to try out some new hobbies and kind of have something like, I don't know, some activity to do and some tangible stuff like hobbies and just collections that could kind of last, you know, for years to come. So this is my box of college collections, and I collect vintage stamps, postcards, and coins, and they all fit in here. I didn't want, I wanted to keep it pretty condensed, but anyway, alright, so the vintage stamps are, I started collecting in 2008, and basically I started once in 2008. I was at an antique store. Oh, that paper is really noisy. Okay, I was at an antique store, and I found this postcard that's, you know, someone wrote 100 years ago, literally over 100 years ago, and they lived in one of the places I used to live, and then they sent the postcard to someone in another state that I used to live. So I just thought it was cool. And it was a few dollars, which I thought was bizarre. I was like, wow, I'm holding something that is so old that should be in a museum, but in my hands, but yeah, it's not in a museum, and I don't know, I just thought it was cool to have something that old. Just kind of have some kind of connection to the past, and just kind of, I don't know, learn how things used to be, find a hobby. So yeah, on with the collection. Most of my collection is just either like themed pages, so like holidays or, you know, cutesy stuff. Like most pages you'll notice have a theme. So this page is holidays, and those birthday stamps are modern, but I just thought they were cute. There's a 2000 Millennium Baby stamp, Cinco de Mayo, more Y2K stamps, and then these are from the 90s. And the one thing I like about stamp collecting, it's, you know, it can be like a pretty affordable hobby. Like a lot of the stamps that I got were, you know, like 10 cents each or something, or, you know, pretty cheap. You know, under $1 for most of them. So it's a good way to, I don't know, have something to look forward to, and have something to do that's relatively affordable if you try to make it that way. Anyway, this is one of my favorite stamps. It's just really cute. It says Best Wishes, and it just was in this little thing. And sometimes I'll save stamps off of like letters from, you know, international pen pals and stuff like that, but and then some I just buy the stamps, and they're already used. These are modern wedding ones that I just thought were cute. So this is pretty much the page of like cuteness. Got flowers and puppies. There's a not Lisa Frank. That would be cool. Lucille Ball stamp. I've always liked the I Love Lucy show, and just the Lucy show, so I wanted to put that in there. There's some puppies, flowers. That's just a page of cuteness. In this page, sometimes I'll get stamps of places I've lived or been, or just have some kind of sentimental attachment to. So like here's Old Nassau Hall, the New Jersey Tercentenary, and then also back in 2008 or so, at another antique store. I antique stored a lot back then, but I saw these random, like, 2 coasters from the New York World's Fair of 1964 and 1965, and I wasn't even in New York at the time. I just thought it was so random and so cool to find something so old, you know, from over there, that, so anyway, I decided to start collecting New York World's Fair stuff a little bit. So I have the coasters and these vintage stamps and charm bracelet charms from the World's Fair, and I just think the, you know, 1964 and 5 World's Fair would be a really cool thing, you know, to have been able to go to. I wasn't alive back then, but if I had been, I don't think there's been a World's Fair here in years or decades, so I think the 60s, like, you know, when there was space exploration and long distance travel was becoming more of a possibility, and, you know, technology breakthroughs and everything, I think it would have been a cool fair to go to where they had all these exhibitions and stuff. So that stamp, the green ones are from 1964 and 65. And then this purple one down here is from the New York World's Fair of 1939. So some pages are like specific to a place. Here is a page of like DC stuff. Here's the DC Bicentennial, U.S. Japan stamp from, it says 1860 to 1960, so I guess I think this one was released in 1960. And it has the Washington Monument and cherry blossoms on it. And here's the capital sesquicentennial. I probably said that wrong, but anyway. So sometimes I'll do stuff for places. Here's a page of Christmas stamps, and these are among my favorite stamps right here. Those are just really cute. Those are from the 90s, I think, right here. And then I also really like these down here. These are from the 60s. So it's kind of fun to see, how style changes over time. Like this is, vintagey looking, whereas you can tell this is like fun and colorful like the 90s. And just see how, society and design and what was popular changed over the years. And it's kind of cool to have something just so old. You just feel like connected to the past and kind of like your own miniature museum. So this is my other favorite stamp. The little Christmas tree is cute, and that's from the 90s also. I also really like this Christmas 1963 one. It's just quaint looking back then. And here's more Christmas stamps. That wreath one's pretty cute. I don't write the years or anything next to them, but I don't know, I just kind of put them on the pages based on the design and theme. I probably should have written the years next to them when I got them, but anyway. And I haven't actively collected stamps in a while now, but I probably might get back into that. I've been trying to come up with some new hobbies to try too, since I kind of got out of hobbies for a while. Most of these I collected probably 2008, some 2010. Here's a page of like international affairs type stuff. Here's like the UN stamp from, what does it say? I guess 1995. The UN 25th anniversary, NATO, Oregon Trail, and other stuff. And then here are these are just a page of more random stuff. Different places. And these are more just like historical type stamps too. So yeah, I really do like stamp collecting. It's pretty fun. It's like a little museum, and you can have a page of cute stuff like Christmas stamps, or you can go with the history route. And and some of these things, like with the New York World's Fair, I researched the World's Fair a little bit, so you could actually research the history behind the different stamps that you have, like the actual historical event, or maybe about the stamp itself, who designed it or whatever. I don't research that part. I just research a little bit about the World's Fair itself. And then I've cited the UN before, and different United Nations and European Union and different NGOs and stuff. So it's kind of fun to have a stamp kind of based on what you have studied. And then this page are like different historical figures, and I just kind of ordered them, arranged them to kind of look like a rainbow. These stamps are modern, and this is just really cute. I really like these stamps. They say celebrate on them. And these, actually, they still sell. But, yeah, that's my... Oh, and then here's just some random stamps that I haven't really done anything with yet. These... sometimes I get lots of stamps, and these are just part of the lot, and I didn't really... the designs weren't my favorite, so I just kind of left them in that thing. But yeah, I think my favorite thing to collect is Christmas stamps, especially the vintage ones. And then birthday and other holiday stamps are really fun. I also collect vintage postcards. Most of my postcards, I have some vintage holiday postcards, but mostly of places I've been and lived and everything. Anyway, that's about it for now, and let me know if you collect stamps, or what your hobbies are, or if there's any stamps that I don't have that you think I might like that I should look into getting. Alright, have a good night. Bye.